If you're applying for your US passport for the first time, you don't want to miss this video. Hi everyone, I'm Jackie, and today I will go over how to apply for a US passport for the first time and provide tips to avoid some of the common mistakes. All right, if you're applying for a US passport for the first time, you have to submit your application in person. There are 5 main steps to apply for a US passport. First, filling out your DS-11 application. If you've recently attended your naturalization oath ceremony, there's usually an application form included in your welcome package. If not, you can go to the official website, travel.state.gov, to get the latest version of the application form. I'll add all of the links in the description. You can either fill out the application online and print it out, or print it out the PDF file and fill it out by hand. Let me show you quickly how you apply online. Go to travel.state.gov, scroll down a little bit to I need a passport, then click I'm an adult. Now click the plus symbol to the right of Fill Out Form DS-11 and choose Form Filler if you want to fill it out online, or PDF if you want to print it out and fill it out by hand. I find the form filler much easier to fill out, and it shows you the fees, so you know exactly how much you owe. Let's review the application briefly. At the top, you will need to choose if you want a passport book or a passport card, or both. The passport book is the traditional passport most people get for international air travel. So if you plan on flying, I recommend getting the book. The passport card is used for those only traveling by car or boat to Canada, Mexico, the Caribbean, or Bermuda, but no air travel. So this is usually for people who go across the border frequently. The other thing is you have an option of a regular book or a large book. The only difference is the large book has more pages. So if you travel frequently, you may want to get the large book since it doesn't cost any extra. An important tip, if you're filling out the PDF, do not sign the form until you are at your appointment. Very important. Once you're done filling out your application, you'll need to print it out and bring it with you to your appointment. Step 2, gather all of your documents for the appointment. First, you'll need your proof of citizenship. It can be your certificate of naturalization or your U.S. birth certificate. Remember to bring both the original and a photocopy. Second, you'll need your proof of identity. This can be your state-issued ID or driver's license. Again, make sure to bring the original and a photocopy of the front and back of the ID. Remember, it has to be an in-state ID. If your ID was issued from a different state, you need to bring another form of ID with you, such as your valid foreign passport. I'll also include a link of other forms of ID that they accept. Next, you'll need a color photo of yourself. Here are the photo requirements. You need a color photo taken in the last 6 months. You need to have a clear image, no filters, no selfies. Use a plain white background or off-white background. Take off any eyeglasses so they can see your full face. I personally recommend to get your photos done at a store that does passport photos, like UPS or FedEx, so you don't have to worry about getting them wrong. Some passport offices, like the post office, actually offer photos at the same time as your appointment. So check that out. And if you really want to save some money to take the photo yourself, check out this video for some useful tips. All right, next, let's talk about the fees. What are the fees? Well, it depends. It depends on whether you're applying for a passport book or a passport card or both. It also depends on the processing time. Do you want standard or expedited service? What about shipping? Do you want standard or 1 to 2 day delivery? Their website will always give the most accurate fees, but as of right now, here are the basic fees. For adults, a passport book is $130 plus a $35 execution fee, so $165 total. And if you want your passport sooner, you'll pay an additional $60 to expedite it. Not cheap. Now, 2 important things that you don't want to mess up. First, your passport fee and your expediting fee, if you decide to do that, must be either a check or money order made out to the U.S. Department of State. No credit cards are accepted. Second, the execution fee is paid separately to the facility, such as the post office. So I recommend you to bring your checkbook for the passport fee and $35 in cash or your debit credit card for the execution fee. Most post offices take credit cards for that fee. Here's another important tip. Wait to fill out the check until you get there to make sure it's the right amount. And if you want to find out the correct amount in advance, the passport website offers a fee calculator. If you want to go there, go back to the main page where your passport application is and go to step 8, calculate fees. Click on the plus symbol to expand that. And then at the bottom, click Passport Fees. Then click Fee Calculator. You'll need to fill out a few details such as where you live, your date of birth, and whether you've ever had a passport. Then you select whether you want the book, card, or both. I'm going to select the book. And then you choose the processing time. I'm going to choose expedited since I have a trip coming up. Then you have an option of standard shipping or 1 to 2 day delivery. I'll choose the 1 to 2 day option and select calculate. You can see it breaks down the amount you owe to the Department of State, which will be a check, and the $35 execution fee paid to the facility. All right, your third step. Schedule an in-person appointment. Unless you have a trip planned within 2 weeks, which requires you to call to make an appointment, you can usually schedule your in-person appointment at your local post office or library. Let me now quickly show you how to do an appointment for regular service. To find a location, go back to the original website where you got your application and scroll down to step 9. Then click on Passport Acceptance Facility. Type in your zip code and click Search. You can choose a location from the list. Some locations may require you to call to make an appointment, and they may not accept walk-ins, so check ahead of time. If you choose a post office, you can actually schedule your appointment online at usps.com/scheduler. Let me show you really quick how to make an appointment online. Under Service, select what you need. Notice they do offer passport photos. For this example, I already have my photo, so I'm selecting New Passport Only, 1 adult. Then select Location and type in your zip code. Notice again, next to that, you have an option to select passport photo locations. Now choose a location you want. Then click on the calendar to find a day that's available. Click Select Date and choose the date and time that works for you. Then follow the prompts to confirm your appointment. And if you have an emergency and must travel internationally in 14 days or less, you must call to make an appointment. Here's the number. When you call, you need to choose between life or death emergency service or urgent travel service. Keep in mind that these appointments are very limited. Step 4, attend the appointment. So make sure to bring the following with you to your appointment. Your application form. Again, don't sign the application until you get to the passport facility. Second, you need to bring the original and a copy of your proof of citizenship, which can either be a U.S. birth certificate or your certificate of naturalization. Note that the facility will take your proof of citizenship document. Don't be alarmed. They will send the document back to you separately. So you'll receive your passport and your proof of citizenship in 2 separate mailings. You might get the passport first, and you might get your document first. It all depends. Next, bring the original and a copy of your proof of identity, which can be your in-state driver's license or your state-issued ID. Don't worry, they're not keeping your IDs. Fourth, you're going to bring a color photo, or you can take the photo at the facility. And fifth, your money. You bring a check for the payment, and I suggested to bring more than one in case you mess up the amount. Sixth, bring a debit card or credit card to pay for the execution fee, and some extra cash just in case. And for those of you with name changes during the naturalization oath ceremony, make sure to also bring the certificate of name change. All right, once you attend the appointment, step 5 is you wait to receive your passport. You can check the status of your passport by going to passportstatus.state.gov. You'll just need to enter a few details. Enter your last name, date of birth, last 4 digits of your social security number, and then you can check your status. Now, you may have to wait up to 2 weeks after you apply to get a status update, but the website is pretty good at updating the processing status. And once you receive your passport, make sure to check your name and all of the information is correct. If you applied for both the passport and a passport card, they may come in the mail separately. And as I mentioned previously, your documents, such as your certificate of naturalization, will also be returned separately, usually within a week or 2. Okay, with your brand new passport, now you're ready to travel. Let me know where you're going. I would love to hear. I hope this helps you with getting your first passport. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.